All right, and we're back for the second half of that bookshelf tour, where I was holding up the amazing Asterixes, which are all imagining this little Gaulish town that mythical Gaul town that under Roman occupation held out because they had by their by they were given a magic supply of a magic serum by their druid that could give them super strength, and they used that to just beat the brains out of the Romans and hold them off, and just for lots of fun with Asterix and Obelix. There's our two heroes with their little dog too, and all their adventures. Asterix and the Normans, which oddly enough, it's like, aren't the Normans aren't Normans actually French? Asterix in Belgium, traveling around. Asterix in the magic carpet. Asterix in Switzerland. Asterix in Spain. It's funny, following in a lot of ways the same kind of thing as a Tintin of traveling, of kind of having different travels all over the world. I guess that it happens in ancient times makes it a little bit more palatable. I mean, and it's very cartoony, and so it does trade in stereotypes, but I mean, I guess the Asterix and Obelix themselves are also stereotypes. There's our druid there, getting his stuff. Asterix the Gaul, which is the very first one, beating up the Romans there. Asterix at the Olympic Games, and they all have very silly names. A lot of times they'll be like Get a Fix, and they have extremely kind of punny names, all translated from the French. It's just the Legionnaire. Asterix and the Secret Weapon. Oh, love. Asterix and the Great Crossing. In Britain. And the Goths. Those Goths, the Vikings. The Gladiator. The Roman Agent. Chieftain's Shield. They're very just silly, fun adventures. I really enjoyed them as a kid. Oh, and then, let's finish off with a little bit of more Tintin, problematic Tintin, Tintin and the Blue Lotus. It's funny how these books have aged a lot worse than the Asterix comics, at least in my eyes. With inscrutable Asians and such, it's pretty dodgy stuff now, but it's a part of my childhood, which is one of these things that I have to remember, that I am carrying around in my head, that this stuff was fed to me as a kid. I eagerly sucked this up as a kid, but that need to realize what world I live in now. But it's so yeah, these are probably not things I would, especially the Tintins. I doubt if I would give them to a kid nowadays. There's something that you probably give to an adult to say, hey, this is what kids were reading back as early as the 80s, fairly uncritically. But I don't know if I would give them to kids today. Not really young kids. It would be like, putting it in a kind of a context. They talk about when they broadcast movies nowadays, they'll say, hey, you know what? This movie has stuff in it that's not cool anymore. That was racially insensitive at the time, but at that time, the people that they were being really insensitive towards had no power to be able to actually kind of shout this kind of crap down. And now they do, and that's a really good thing. So yeah, that is my from the fun and silly of Asterix to the kind of the problematic but also kind of daring do adventures of a Belgian boy detective of Tintin and his little dog Snowy. Whoa! Both of them have little white dogs in them. What about little white dogs in comic books? All right, I will leave it there and go do the stuff that I need to do. More videos later.